What it do, YouTube? This your boy Pound for Pound Boxing Real News. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you want to be notified. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at P for P Boxing Real News. So what is going on, man? Canelo Alvarez has had it with these dudes, man. He's saying it out publicly. He's saying these dudes need to fight each other and stop waiting for the bag to come to them. Go out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? He's saying it himself. He's saying go out there and get it. Why ain't y'all fighting each other? This shit is getting boring. You motherfuckers just looking for a payday. And that's exactly what these dudes looking for, man. These dudes looking for a payday. My bad. These dudes is looking for a payday. In this picture you see, you have David Benavidez, Triple G, Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade. Basically the guys that's looking for paydays. You see what I'm saying? Um, I'm guessing Triple G might be his next fight up in September, but still though, he's been dwelling on that loss to Canelo Alvarez. He can't get Canelo Alvarez out of his head. He really wants that fight. Demetrius Andrade moves up to 168, but isn't fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? And Jamal Charlo hasn't fought nobody. And David Benavidez hasn't fought anybody. He's been a two-time champion, and the man has dropped the belts. He already knows that, though. I ain't gotta keep repeating that. But yes, he could have had that opportunity. He would have been that guy that Canelo would have had the scene if he would have had the belt. That was on him. He knows that. But still, though, up and still, you got Canelo Alvarez. He's tired of these dudes. Why don't y'all just fight each other and I get the winner of this fight? Okay? But it's looking like these dudes, they just want that payday. That's exactly what they want. You know what I'm saying? What's good, HLD? What's going on, bro? Going one. Hey, you know, these dudes, man, they looking for that payday, right? And he's come out publicly and said, man, y'all need to get on it. What's good, Puto? What's good, bro? Where you been at, man? I ain't seen you in a while, man. So these dudes, man, I don't know what is in their heads or what they even think they gonna accomplish. Like, who knows? Like, what is your goals? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But the article says, uh, Canelo says the fighters are just waiting to face him so they could get a big payday to hit the lottery. But he like to see them face other people too. Benavidez, who's 25-0 with 22 knockouts, has tried to get fights with Jamal, Caleb Plant, and even Canelo himself without any luck. Those fighters haven't shown interest in fighting him, and it's easy to see why. If it were easy for Benavidez to get fights, he would likely be the number one fighter in the U.S. and Canelo would be one of his many knockout victims. I mean, I don't know. This article right here is tripping. Unfortunately, a two-time WBC super middleweight champion Benavidez hasn't had any luck getting a fight with Canelo. We only want to make history, and we proved that, said Canelo Alvarez to ES News. I'm thinking about it, and I'm okay with that, said Canelo when told that when fighters face him, they win the lotto with a big payday. What's good, Buddha? Buddha said, to answer your question, bro, no, he will not get credit for his second Royal Rumble. Bro, that man can have he could motherfucking have everybody, he could have everybody in the ring. And if this is the last man standing, he still won't get no credit. They still won't give him no credit. He gets no credit for his first Royal Rumble. It is what it is. Yeah, man. Sadly though, man, it's sad. It's definitely sad to see. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in one part, if they don't fight each other to become the last man standing amongst the panhandlers, he won't be fighting them and just go for undisputed at what was it? Light heavyweight. Yeah, man. I mean, these dudes need a these new. I don't know what it is, man. And it's not okay. I get, these are good little up and coming fighters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Demetrius Andrade, good up and coming fighter. Jamal Charlo, good up and coming fighter. And Dave Benavidez, good up and coming fighter, right? I'm saying they still up and coming because they still haven't reached they haven't fought any type of level of talent till you could be like, damn, this dude is gonna be that vicious. We've seen little stints from all three fighters, like where you could be like, man, he could probably survive a couple rounds with Canelo in the ring. But the thing is, the problem, what I see, the real problem is when they fight the talents that people don't like, when they fight that talent that people just, that you're like, man, these are the elite guys, right? You have those elite guys, and then you have the guys that are B level fighters, and when these guys get to those B level fighters, C level fighters, they have a terrible performance. They don't perform well, right? They just don't perform well. There's nothing that you could be like, man, this is exactly who could beat this guy, right? We know what type of fighter David Benavidez is. He's a volume puncher. The motherfucker throws hella combinations. He comes forward, he pressures you, and he won't let you breathe, right? But other than that, what other skill do you bring to the table? What other things do you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? All of these guys just they lack a lot, and honestly, look, you see the case where Jamal Charlos fight Juan Montiel. Terrible fight, terrible performance, just look horrible. You haven't fought a champion at 160. What is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Or Andrade hasn't fought he ain't fought a champion at 160, right? He looked horrible against Liam Williams. He did have that his last fight against, what was dude's name? I can't even remember. But he did come out. He got the job done. But I feel like, man, look. And then David Benavidez, a dude with a short notice, came in the ring, and he was giving good ass work to David Benavidez. Like it didn't look like David Benavidez was out this world, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But the thing is, what Canelo said is what many people have been saying forever now, right? And that's, they need to fight each other. It's no point. It's no point of y'all just trying to chase a bag without doing anything. You know what I'm saying? He says, at this point, who knows and who cares what the reason is? I like Canelo just laugh at the haters now. Nobody is shining under the spotlight when it's showtime. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, bro. When the bright lights hit them, when it's time for you to really show, damn, this motherfucker really vicious, don't show up. You got these motherfuckers have terrible performance. They go life and death with the people that nobody knows about. They just went to 7-Eleven, say, yo, we need one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be too fucked up, but y'all know what I mean though. When I say that, like, we need somebody. You know what I'm saying? And they come with a short notice, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Motherfucker just did a treadmill for a week and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he comes in and performs pretty well against these guys that people think that are top-notch fighters, that are elite level fighters, and that's just not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, what could these dudes really bring to the table? I just don't know. TCE V2 says nobody talks about how both Andrade and Benavidez have been dropped and had controversial wins against B-level fighters. Whenever Canelo shows any sign of weakness, it's because he's up against the best. Yup. That's 100% true, man. 100% true. Anytime, like when he fought Triple G, I mean Triple G was in his prime. He was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? And people argue to this day, oh, Triple G got the best of Canelo Alvarez. But at that time, Triple G was the man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta lose in boxing, right? You got to. You know what I'm saying? It's combat sports. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It's only been a handful of fighters that retired undefeated. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not going to happen. You know. And now Dimitri Bivol, that's a tough opponent. Like there's no other way around it. There's no way to saying it. Nah, Dimitri Bivol is a very tough opponent. And if you think otherwise, I mean, I get it. Some people just ain't brushed up like to really know who Dimitri Bivol is and stuff like that. Some people just not that hardcore, that type of hardcore fan that you be like, oh, Dimitri Bivol. You know what I'm saying? The more recognizable names are the names that are up on right here where Canelo when they're at the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? But that's the that's the thing that sucks about boxing, promoting and stuff like that. Because yeah, a lot of I get it. The casual fan, the person that casually just watches boxing and ain't too in tune with boxing, they not really gonna really know uh who Dimitri Bivol is. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people that, you know, and then Dimitri Bivol, he don't really care what the fans even think. So if the fans saying that Dimitri Bivol is that type of dude where he doesn't care if he gets the knockout or not. He's a technician in the ring though. You know what I'm saying? And that's what could pose trouble to Canelo Alvarez. Now, could he beat him? Yeah. And could Dimitri Bivol beat Canelo Alvarez? Hell yeah. I mean, it's a tough fight. It's a very tough fight. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Canelo Alvarez moving up to 175 like he did when he fought Kovalev. But still, though, you know what I'm saying? You still moving up in weight, and you got the toughest task at hand. You know what I'm saying? Because once you beat Dimitri Bivol, the only other name that could probably pose some trouble to Canelo Alvarez that I feel like is gonna be Arthur Beterbiev, right? Arthur Beterbiev is the only other guy that I feel like could pose that level of threat to Canelo Alvarez. If Canelo Alvarez gets past those two guys, all of these other guys are gonna be simple to beat. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be hard for him. It's not gonna, then he's just cashing checks. You know what I'm saying? Um, Triple G. I mean, we haven't really seen too much of Triple G. When we did see Triple after he fought Canelo, he didn't look too great, and we all saw that. Um, he was supposed to fight. He was supposed to fight early this year, and he was supposed to fight Ryota Murata, but that fight couldn't happen because of whatever COVID in Japan and stuff. So that fight had to get canceled, postponed, whatever. So he will be fighting again, but he'll be fighting against Murata. And Murata, he's also a champion. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna take that belt away, and we'll see if we could get that Canelo Triple G. But that it's gonna be tough for Canelo to get past Dimitri Bivol. I wouldn't even like. They might even have a trilogy, bro. They might even have a trilogy because it's gonna be a tough task. I think from what you see from Dimitri Bivol, sometimes it's not pretty. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not pretty because I've turned on his fights and I've seen it. And sometimes it's just like, it's just not exciting. It's just there. You know what I'm saying? But you know that the guy has skill because when he does turn it up, he turns up. And the dude is special, man. The dude is special. Canelo Alvarez is special too. So it's gonna be a special night, May 7th. You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for that fight. I stated in previous lives that I'm not too excited about the Triple G fight. It's just not a fight that I'm too excited about. I just feel like the first fight was a draw, and the second fight Canelo won, and I think that that's exactly what it should have been. I don't argue with people that say Triple G won the first fight and the second fight. Look, honestly, I saw it different, but it was just that close of a fight. Both fights were very close. You know what I'm saying? Both fights were very close. And I get it. Canelo Alvarez is probably like, I kind of want to fight Triple G again just to shut up everyone who's saying that, oh, yeah, he beat me in this and that. So I get that aspect of it. And that might be the mentality that Canelo Alvarez is bringing to this. Um, but we don't know it again. And I'm just not the biggest fan of that fight. Like, that's not a fight that I really wanted to see. Like, I remember after Canelo got the undisputed, Mike Coppinger and all those guys talking about Triple G, and I'm just like, bro, that's not the fight that I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, Triple G, just a guy that stayed at 160, and he hasn't had very good fights after that. He kind of diminished after those losses. Maybe Canelo Alvarez took something away from him. You know what I'm saying? Um, but can Triple G beat Canelo Alvarez? I don't see it. I really don't see it. But you never know, right? It's boxing. Triple G might have that chip on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Feel like he got robbed twice. He's gonna come in the ring trying to give it his all. And I'm sure Canelo Alvarez as well. Being that people saying that he lost, and Canelo Alvarez probably just wants to solidify that and get that chapter over and close that chapter. So we'll see about that, right? We'll see about that. We'll see if I feel different about that fight happening later on. But as of right now, where we stand, I just don't. It's not my favorite fight. You know what I'm saying? For Canelo to make. You know what I'm saying? It's not my favorite fight. Dimitri Bivol, I think that's a exceptional fight for him to make. That's an exceptional fight right there. And that's a fight that I definitely would love to see. And we will see in May 7th. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be great, man. But he said it though, man. These guys need to fight each other, man. These guys need to fight each other. Stop waiting around for a payday. Stop doing that shit, man. Create your own legacy. Show the people around that you are a live dog in this game. You know what I'm saying? Stop just waiting for the 10 mil to come to your hands. Stop doing that shit. Like, it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? If Canelo Alvarez was to fight um uh David Benavidez, Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade separately, right? These guys, the people that hate Canelo are just gonna say, well, these guys weren't ready for that level of competition. These guys weren't ready. Look at their resume. They fought nobody. You see what I'm saying? All you gotta do is pull up the box, right? Pull up Wikipedia and check their record and check who they fought. And you be like, man, these guys, why would Canelo even fight these guys? You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. Why would he fight these guys? They weren't even close to his level, you know? And they're gonna be like, what? That, oh no, David Benavidez, he was he motherfucking threw punches and bunches. Motherfucker was on his ass the whole night. Man, he's getting knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, man, he didn't even have no type of experience to be in that ring with him. Nothing. They don't have nothing to bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? You talking about David Benavidez, the one that went life and death with what was his name? Kayvon Davis or Ellis? Some I can't even remember. Oh, you talking about the one that Jamal Charlo, the one that went life and death with Juan Montiel? The fuck? Are you talking about the one that went life and death with Liam Williams? Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Did he even knock down? I can't remember. My memory ain't that great. But did he knock down Liam Williams? I can't remember. But I do know that Chris Eubank Jr. just dropped him like 4 or 5 times, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he was playing around and shit, so he didn't even get the knockout. Nah, man. Nah, man. You go back and look at those records, and you're gonna be like, man, these dudes weren't shit. Why would Canelo Alvarez you know what I'm saying, take it away from his legacy? Nah, man. Them dudes ain't damn much. You know what I'm saying? At least with Dimitri Bivol, be like, man, look, he moved up to 175. He's moving up to 175. This is a bigger dude. He's a threat. You know what I'm saying? Not an easy task at all. The dude's a fucking technician. He does his thing in that motherfucking ring. You know what I'm saying? These other guys just ain't skilled enough. To me, personally, right? But things could change. You know what I'm saying? If they could fight each other, start weighing out those, start getting those W's, man, the legacy that these guys could create for themselves is fucking crazy. It's crazy the level of legacy, the level of legacy that these guys could achieve. You know what I'm saying? It's just these guys don't want to get in the ring with each other, right? Even throw Caleb Plant in there, man. Even throw him in there. You know what I'm saying? What people gonna be looking at that 168 division like, damn. You know what I'm saying? These dudes is fighting each other. Everybody's gonna be excited to watch these guys. You know what I'm saying? Create your own legacy, man. Canelo Alvarez, yes, he's gonna get you a payday, you know what I'm saying? But he already said, yo, fight each other and I'll get the last dude, whoever's standing. You know what I mean? But shit ain't free. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is free in this world. You gotta work hard for it, man. And I think that's what I guess that's a generational thing. You know what I'm saying? You lose some work ethic, you know, and I think that's what these guys are lacking right now. They're lacking work ethic. That's what they're lacking because there's no way you're waiting for a payday. You know what I'm saying? There's no way, and you have opponents to fight there. You know what I'm saying? But nah, David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? They talking about they want hella bread. Come on, bruh. Nah, I haven't. Not yet. Not yet. I was gonna get to that. Hey, Ryan Garcia, though, bro. Oh my god. Hey, yo, Ryan Garcia is something else, man. The kid's something else. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to read this shit up on that, man, because that kid's something else. I'm gonna read the little article that came out. It says Canelo doesn't know the facts about split with Reynoso. This was the Boxing News 24 joint. Sean Jones. Sean Jones is an opinionated motherfucker, ain't he? Because if you look at these Boxing 24 joints, these Boxing News 24, Sean Jones be giving you his opinion on this shit. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker says Ryan Garcia was surprised on Monday by Canelo Alvarez, with Canelo Alvarez saying that trainer Eddie Reynoso was there for him and time had time for all fighters in his gym. Ryan says Canelo doesn't have an accurate picture of what took place when he was failing to get training time with Reynoso as far back as Francisco Fonseca fight in February 2020. Ryan, who's 21-0 with 18 knockouts, says he spoke to his manager to replace Reynoso because he only showed up for 2 weeks to train him. The 23-year-old Ryan says he parted ways with Reynoso for another reason, and that Canelo knows the reason. Yo, and that's crazy. What's it? That's crazy. They said for another reason. He spoke to his manager because he only showed up for 2 weeks to train him. I guess Ryan Garcia wanted him to have a full-blown training camp. You know what I'm saying? Have Eddie Reynoso sleep with him and shit. It's anyone's guess what that reason might be. But you can speculate that Ryan wasn't happy with the atmosphere in the gym, possibly after Canelo remarked in an interview about wanting him to come to the gym more. Ryan replaced Reynoso recently with Joe Goosen, and he seems happy thus far with that situation. Eddie had all the time for him, said Canelo to EI News about Reynoso having time for Ryan Garcia. Eddie has all the time for all the fighters. Ryan isn't the only one having a problem getting training time with Reynoso. Unbeaten welterweight Virgil Ortiz claims he too had problems getting time with Reynoso, and he didn't stay around after not seeing him. Reynoso may have too many fighters in his stable to give them the attention they need. One way to get One way of getting around that is, man, who the fuck, bruh? You giving him an opinion. Man, you know what? Eddie Reynoso, I think you need an assistant. This motherfucker, bruh. But Canelo doesn't know the facts. The first camp I had with Eddie Reynoso went great. Then everything went bad. He only showed up 2 weeks before the Francisco Fonseca fight. And that's when I first asked my manager to talk to him about finding a new trainer. Virgil Ortiz left because Eddie never showed up, said Ryan Garcia on Twitter. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I do. Let me look him up. Ryan Garcia, man, they treating him like he's a superstar out there, man. This kid got what they fighting at Crypto Center or whatever. Um, they've got that whole entire thing with pictures of Ryan Garcia, But man, I don't know, dog. That ain't my business. This is Ryan Garcia on Twitter saying Canelo doesn't know the facts. The first camp I had with Eddie went great, then everything went bad. Only showed up, yeah. It says Frank Sanchez had a fight where Eddie only showed up the day of the fight. So ask Canelo to explain that. Let's stop the back and forth and focus on the fights at hand. By the way, got nothing but respect for Eddie. It's just the truth. Marco Ortega says basically every trainer of the year type goes through this stage where they take on too many clients at once to grow their profile and cash in on the status, but they end up putting fighters' careers in pretty unfair situations, and fighters have less longevity than trainers. The truth also is that not even the main reason I left decided to part ways. Canelo knows why I'm just going to keep it to myself and focus. Yo, did Eddie Reynoso touch this man, bro? If you think Joe Goosen takes it easy in training, you must not know who Joe is. I'm on a mission. The truth is in the fights. Everything else is static noise. Canelo doesn't know the facts. Yeah, I don't know, man. This kid, Canelo on Ryan Garcia splitting from everybody. So he said he wants more time. He said that shit. He said he wants more time. Eddie was here Christmas, New Year, everything when he fought Campbell. Then what happened? Something with him. I'm not sure if you're disciplined. Eddie is always going to be there. Yeah, this shit went sour, bro. It might be true though, man. It might be true. I mean, that I think that when Canelo told him that he was undisciplined and shit like that he needs to go to the gym more. I think that was very true. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Canelo will be over there lying about that somebody needs to go to the gym. I think that he was very undisciplined. Ryan Garcia, I mean, we've seen it. You know what I'm saying? He's pulled out of 2 fights. Yes, granted, mental health issues and a broken hand and stuff like that. But you could tell who wants it and who doesn't, right? If he was nurturing that wrist, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You have guys that have broken shit, broken ligaments, broken this, broken that, and they're still in the gym working hard for it. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, you're nursing it and shit, but at the end of the day, you still be around the gym, be around there. You know what I'm saying? Grab the broom, start fucking brooming, grab the mop. You know what I'm saying? Clean up sweat, motherfucker. Do something to show these motherfuckers to show like, yo, I'm dog, I want this shit more than anything. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what Ryan Garcia felt. I don't feel like he really wants it the way um he really doesn't want it. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really want it. He doesn't really care. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it just because he's got the talent, but I feel like he gets an L, he's out the game. You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. He's looking for a way out. As soon as he get the L, he's out the game. With this, I do feel like yeah, maybe Eddie Reynoso didn't have all the time in the world for him because at the end of the day, Eddie Reynoso, he's a human. You know what I'm saying? He's not no fucking machine. I'm gonna be up this motherfucker's ass trying to do this and that every fucking day. You're not even showing me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like as a coach, you know what I'm saying, when somebody is there for it and when somebody's not, when somebody's really checking out, when somebody's just going through the motions. And I just feel like that's exactly what Ryan Garcia is. When I'm not gonna spend all my time with you, bro, if you don't want it as bad. You know what I'm saying? Because he might go back to stories like, man, I remember Canelo was your age and Canelo was at the gym 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Working. You feel me? You don't want it as bad as others. You know what I'm saying? And you just here for that. And if that's the case, keep it moving, bro. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And how do you know when the coach stop really giving a fuck about you? It's when the motherfucker stop being on you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know when the coach just like, man, I don't want anything to do with it because he's not working hard. He doesn't have work ethic. He no discipline. There's nothing that I could really help you with, kid. So I think for Eddie Reynoso, it was also a fucking stress reliever that this guy just dipped. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Eddie Reynoso ain't the type of guy that be like, you know what, bro? Don't come back, bro. I don't. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. I think with Eddie Reynoso, that's a way for him to start checking out as well as a trainer. You know what I'm saying? Because trainers check out too, bro. If they see, man, it's too much, bro. He says the real reason is not about Reynoso not giving him enough time, which means he just talking shit. Real is not. Yeah, he might just be. He's butthurt for real. I think he's butthurt because Canelo said he was undisciplined. But dog, I mean, that's what you are. You know what I'm saying? Your work ethic is what shows. Like nobody can sit there and say, "Oh, Canelo Alvarez doesn't have a work ethic," or Floyd Mayweather. Everybody's always respected that because the work ethic, the discipline that these guys that they come into the gym with, and we see it. You know what I'm saying? I think that right there has to has everyone's respect. Everyone. I mean, if you're just a fan of anything, you know what I'm saying, that has respect. It's just the real reason is not about. And he's saying that the real reason is not about giving him time enough time. Yeah, because I feel like Reynoso. I don't know if the real reason is not about Reynoso not being there for him. Why is he then talking about it? Yeah, yeah. I mean, probably something to cover up though, bruh. He's probably like, you know what I'm saying? Just saying it because if Reynoso not being there, that's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Out there, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Reynoso really wasn't like that. I mean, around like that, right? He did say Frank Sanchez. He only showed up the day of the fight. I could believe it though. I could believe that. I mean, I don't think he's like 100% lying. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's lying Ryan right now. You know, I could believe that. Reynoso probably didn't have enough time for him. He probably doesn't have enough time for a lot of guys. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's why one of the reasons why um Tio might work. He might work with Eddie Reynoso. He might work out with Eddie Reynoso. The reason why is because Tio is disciplined. Uh, once he's in the gym, right? But his father's also there, right? And his father does want to be the main guy. You know what I'm saying? Even though Eddie Reynoso might be the main guy up when the fight comes and shit, but still though, right? His father is still want to be that guy training him, and then Eddie Reynoso come in maybe 2 weeks before that, and then he comes in and he's like, um, you know what I'm saying? We got to work on this, work on that. You know what I'm saying? And then they tweak that, right? He's not probably gonna be a full-time fighter type shit for Eddie Reynoso. I feel like he'll probably be a part-time fighter for Eddie Reynoso. Like Eddie Reynoso just comes in 2 weeks before a fight or something, and you know they lay down the game plan, they lay down what they're gonna do. Reynoso comes through with the film work, whatever. This is what we're gonna do. This is how we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Tio will work well under that system because I feel he's not from what I've seen, I think that his work ethic is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? We've seen this motherfucker in the gym with a broken fucking leg and shit. Mr. Tiny Corner, yes, sir. Hey, that's tough. Ryan should retire. Yeah, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it with him just doing his own thing. Though. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. A lot of people be like mad at Ryan and shit like that, bro. I mean, you want it's like motherfuckers that they just don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And if he was to retire and go do whatever he wants to do, he already got the clout. You might as well take advantage of it. Why the fuck would you want to be getting hit in your face for a living? You know what I'm saying? You already got the clout, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can make money different ways. You know, he can make money different ways. I mean, the shit that he's invested in or the companies that he's in, they're all I don't like. They're like okay, they're nothing like huge. You know what I'm saying? Um, he's always promoting them. I don't know if y'all ever seen. He's always promoting them companies. I'm just like, bro, what company is that? With Virgil Ortiz leaving too, hey, you know, Virgil, I mean, Virgil, I think wants that one-on-one time. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be a full-time guy for somebody. But I feel like man, Tio would really thrive with that Reynoso system right there. The reason why is because his father's still there, and his father is the one who brought him there. So they can elevate that. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Reynoso is really just coming in to elevate him. You know what I mean? He's not there to be the head or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's there to elevate him, to get him over that hump, to give him over that top. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's exactly what to give him to his vision type shit. You know what I'm saying? Not as a full-time fighter, as a part-time fighter. He said it in an interview. I think he said that shit in an interview. I seen the Gypsy King today. You know what I'm saying? Dylan White. Dylan White ain't show up, but I seen him, man. Y'all gotta check out this podcast. Pat McAfee used to be an ex Indianapolis Colts punter. Yo, funniest fucking show ever. The funniest Pat McAfee show. Yo, the funniest. He was on there though. You know what I'm saying? He was over there talking about how he gets fucked up. He used to motherfucking get fucked up before fights, eating hamburgers before a fight, and drinking beer before the fight. He didn't give no fucks. And he's like, oh, and he will be probably retiring after this fight. That's what he said. He probably will be retiring after he fights Dylan White. And good for him. 34 years old, bro. Get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker got all the money in the world. What the fuck he needs to prove to anybody? You know what I'm saying? He's well respected by the people he needs to get respected. Like, yeah, this boxing shit did whatever, but he's well respected between those people. You know what I'm saying? The celebrities and the famous people and shit like that, bro. He don't give a fuck about what none of these motherfuckers on YouTube talking about. You know what I'm saying? He ain't worried about none of these motherfuckers on YouTube. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, my bad. Damn. T.O. Senior. Let me see. Y'all can hear? Okay, cool, cool. Just checking my mic. The last time I was talking and my mic was off, you know. T.O. Senior is worse than Ruben Guerrero and Angel Garcia. he's he's on the Lamar Ball category, bruh. T.O. Senior is on the Lamar Ball category. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, they just love their kids, bro. They love their kids. I don't totally believe him saying that he would retire. Yeah, it might not be true. I mean, it might not be true. He's probably just contemplating it. You know what I'm saying? But he feels like he will be retiring. He said on the show, you know, he feels like he will be retiring. He might not be though. He might not be because it's still money involved. You know what I'm saying? There's still money everywhere for him. I mean, people are gonna be paying him left and right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't 100%, 100% be invested in him retiring. You know what I'm saying? It's just something he said the day in that interview. He said I'll probably be retiring after this fight. He said he really doesn't have shit else to prove. There's nothing to prove to these motherfuckers. Like I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? And he said he wants to be undefeated like Rocky Marciano. You know what I'm saying? The last heavyweight to be undefeated, you know. So I think he might just be like, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Undisputed is just one more fight away, and that could be his last one. After that's how I feel. Get that undisputed, and then set out, go off to the sunset. You know what I'm saying? Um, which I think he could do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not something that's impossible for him to do. You know what I'm saying? He's a big ass 6'9" motherfucker, and the person you're gonna be fighting is either gonna be Usyk or Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Usyk, he's like 6 foot. Probably like 6'3" or something like that, right? You get him out the way, bro. I feel like he get Usyk out the way. I just feel like he's too big for Usyk. But I mean, Usyk is more like as far as since he's smaller, he's much faster and shit like that. Lamar cares about his kids. Tio cares about his kids' pockets. I mean, nah, not really, bro. Because To's there, man. He's always there talking to like putting his son up high. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's just the boxing game, bro. You know, in boxing, I mean, that's just how that shit is. It's different. You know what I'm saying? And LeVar Ball, I mean, he even fucking took his son out of high school and sent him to Lithuania and shit like that. You know what I mean? He sent Melo Ball to Lithuania so he could play pro ball, so he could just get straight to the league. He was just like, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? He said once you get, because he didn't want him to go to college. He was like, fuck that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know, man. People just different, dog. People just different. You know what I'm saying? You You take care of your kids how you take care of your kids, and other people take care of their kids how they take care of their kids. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it go. But look how far they've come. Even at that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what their financial issues are, or how that financial shit is, or if he's like, now you have to give me this much money because I'm this and I'm that. I don't know about any of that, but you know, but I'm like, dog, these dudes need to fight each other. I'm tired of these dudes, man, that just want that easy money grab, and Canelo Alvarez tired of that shit as well. You know, and I think that that's something that everybody has been saying for a while now, and it's something that should get in play, man. It's something that these dudes definitely should fight each other. Like, there's no way Dave Benavidez shouldn't be fighting Demetrius Andrade next. You know what I'm saying? It's a guy coming up. You feel me? With no power. You know what I'm saying? You should see that and see green. You know what I mean? He's green. He's green. Demetrius Andrade is green. You feel me? I wouldn't. I don't know why David Benavidez wouldn't take on that. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Your promoter is saying that, but I mean, it's sad though, man. It's sad how these promoters be, man. But at the end, LeVar's kids ended up in the NBA when many believed he was a nut job. I mean, T.O. ended up as an undisputed champ, bro. You know what I'm saying? T.O. ended up as an undisputed champ. So it's not like like if he that was another thing. Oh, everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. Remember when he was saying we're gonna get the IBF, then we're gonna get Lomachenko. Lomachenko was on their mind. You know what I'm saying? You remember when he was, dog, the kid's only what, 16-1 or some shit like that? Bro, you gotta also see how Tio's father, he got him all the way to the grand stage, and Tio just performed as well. It's like Mellow Ball. He could let's say Mellow Ball was some shit, and he was just hyping shit. You know what I'm saying? And then Mellow Ball gets to the NBA and he was some shit. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine that? And he fucking LeVar even said, LiAngelo is the one that's not good. You know what I'm saying? He even said that about LiAngelo, the middle child. You feel me? But he said the best one is Melo, right? And imagine if Melo would have gotten to the Charlotte Hornets and would have been straight dookie. You know what I'm saying? That's they performed when they got to that big stage, and that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? T.O. performed when he got up to that big stage. When he had to fight Lomachenko, he performed. You know what I'm saying? They might be nut jobs, but they spoke it into existence and they got their job done. You know what I'm saying? The kids really vouch for them. The kids, because Melo could have been shitty, and then everybody would have been talking shit about him and saying, "Oh, what a nut job he really is." But Melo performed once he got to the Hornets. Oh, the kid is like that. You know what I'm saying? The kid is vicious, and then that's what T.O. is. He's vicious. Man, Nakatani, Richard Comey, Lomachenko. We in there. Come on, man. 135 win nothing. Chicano Prophet was good, bro. I'm gonna wrap up though, man. I'm gonna wrap up, man. These guys they seriously need to fight each other. There is no reason why Dave Benavidez isn't fighting Demetrius Andrade next. I think that would have been a great fight for David Benavidez. Demetrius Andrade is green. There's no way that you shouldn't have got to Demetrius Andrade. Jamal Charlo fighting different things right now. So I mean, I guess I get that. You know what I'm saying? He might have fucked him. He might have fucked his bag up. You know what I'm saying? just like how David Benavidez that fucked his bag up. I think he knows that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna keep going with that, but we'll see. We'll see what comes from this division. I'm hoping that 168 gets good. You know what I'm saying? Because when these guys start fighting each other, I feel like everybody will be like, Canelo has to fight whoever wins out of these guys, and I'm sure that Canelo will definitely take that challenge. I just feel like Canelo, the way he's looking at it is the way a lot of people do look at it, and it's that these guys just want a payday and they don't want to put in no work to get to build their legacy and stuff like that, and that's where they're failing, and that's why they're not getting a fight. And Dimitri Bivol is getting a fight because he's making history going up the 170 fight and fighting the toughest dude at 175. Yes, granted, Dimitri Bivol doesn't have the greatest fucking resume in the world either. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that either. That Dimitri Bivol, oh my God, he's beat this guy, that guy, this guy, and that guy. Nah, you know, he has a couple good wins, but you know, but he showed tremendous skill, and I'm excited for that fight because that is a real threat. Like that's somebody that I really feel could give Canelo an upset, and it is what it is. The Triple G fight, like I've said, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I mean, you know, if Canelo Alvarez feels like, you know, he's got that chip on his shoulder, everybody's saying, oh, you lost 2 times to him, this and that, then he wants to get that out the way and get Triple G out the way. That's cool. And if Triple G, you know what I'm saying, it might be fireworks. We never know. But as of right now, I'm just not um the happiest about that fight. And I mean, we ain't gonna get everything. You know what I'm saying? And people, we have to understand we can't be that selfish. You know what I'm saying? Other people have things to do in their lives, just like we have to do things in our lives, and everything is not gonna get tended to, and it's just like that. But I feel like if Canelo Alvarez comes down on what is it, WrestleMania, and we have a Royal Rumble, this shit will be out the way. You know what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez at the Royal Rumble, catch him. And when his son faced adversity, Tio didn't know what to do and said they'll never be like Floyd now, but Melo is having a great season. Yeah. He definitely did say Tio Senior did say, nah, he'll never be like Floyd. I thought that was kind of stupid from him to say, bro. Honestly, to be honest with you, I also agree on that. I feel like that was kind of stupid for you to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll never be like Floyd. After I remember when he was sitting on the couch, right? I'm like, oh, bro, come on, dog. Don't be saying dumb shit like that, dog. Because I mean, yeah, Floyd is a legend. You know what I'm saying? Floyd is definitely a legend, but I'm like, dog, be T.O. You know what I'm saying? T.O. got to be T.O. And that's who T.O. has to be. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all the other bullshit. And when T.O. faced adversity, yeah, he faced adversity for sure. Definitely. But I'm going to chalk it up to the health problems that he was having, the personal problems that he was having. And I think that at 140 he's gonna be set. You know what I'm saying? Staying at 135, it just wasn't a good move for him for too long, for 6 years, 7 years. It was just horrible to stay that long, especially with a young man that's growing. You know what I'm saying? That like Tio was. You feel me? Um, it was the wrong move, but it's a mistake that you could build from, man. You could definitely build from that mistake. You know what I'm saying? I agree. Stylistically, this is a tough fight for Canelo. Yeah, bro. I agree. Yeah, it's gonna be a great fight though. It's gonna be a great fight. I think May 7th is really gonna be where the fireworks are at, and then maybe September. I don't know yet. I still don't know how I feel about the fight. So as of right now, I just don't feel great about that fight. But maybe come September, I'm gonna get a little bit more hyped into it and shit like that. Maybe it's gonna get better. But as of right now, I'm just like, yeah. HD says he was drunk out his mind during that interview. He might have been, dog. He might have been. I don't doubt it for a bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't doubt it for a bit. But yeah, I get when people don't like that and shit. I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dog, T.O. is T.O., bro, and T.O.'s going to write his own legacy like how he was doing. There's no comparing legacies to other people. Yes, it's good to admire those people, but not to be trying to be like them, dog. Because at the end of the day, you get jaded from yourself, and I feel like that's where he kind of went wrong. You know what I'm saying? He might have got jaded from himself, and boom, this happens. You know what I'm saying? And now we gotta, you know, but man, look. Oh, and that's another thing. Like, I don't know if anybody's caught my short. Um, I was watching some videos and shit, and I seen the interview with Salvador Narala, uh, uh, famous. He's a sports commentator in Honduras. Um, so I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know T.O. had an interview with Salvador Narala. I was like, what? So I click on it, and man, I was like, what the hell? When this interview come out? Because I follow all the Honduras pages and stuff like that. I'm like, what the heck? And I ain't never peeped, but T.O. didn't really want to say too much in the interview. You can, if anybody, y'all go back and watch the interview. What was it on? Debe Ser Deportes, some shit like that. It was something like that. It's a Honduran channel. But it was on YouTube, and the whole interview's on YouTube. Y'all check it out. Tio didn't want to say when Salvador asked him, he was like, "Well, who you fighting next?" and stuff like that. He didn't want to say. He was about to say, but he kind of stopped. Oh yeah, you saw that video? Yeah. I guess when he was up in when he went to go to Honduras to the little presidential joint, I was like, God damn. But it looked like he had a good time out there, though, man. It looked like he really had a good time out there for sure. But you saw in that video, HLD, when he was like, he didn't really want to say who he was gonna fight, and then his father comes on the screen, and then he says Barboza first, and then after that, later on in that interview, he spills out that after Barboza, or after a tune-up, whatever. But T.O. was even in that interview. He was like, "Oh, I don't want to tell them because I don't want to say it because then those guys like Arnold Barboza and shit like that, they're gonna start feeling some type of way and shit, like they're gonna try to big themselves up and shit like that." So T.O. didn't want to say who he's fighting, but T.O. Senior comes out and talk about stuff. Yeah, we're gonna fight Barboza. And then T was like, no, don't say that. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. You notice that too. T.O. wasn't trying to divulge much, but Senior was, as always, yeah, dog. I'm like, dog. Hey, T.O. Senior, I guess he wasn't watching when his son was actually getting interviewed, and they just called him over. This motherfucker gets called over, and he goes and spills the whole beans on everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, luckily, the Honduras like channels and stuff like they're not huge, so it wasn't gonna be like fucking night to day news and shit like that. But I thought it was funny because I didn't even peep that video till today, bro. I was literally watching uh some old some old soccer videos from Honduran soccer players, literally, and I'm going down the joint. And then I see that, I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know they had an interview. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't even in tune. And then but you saw when T.O. Senior says, um, Bob Arum, our promoter, promised us if we get past that tune-up, whoever that tune-up is, which is Barboza now, I'm guessing, right? Josh Taylor is promised. So he's saying that Josh Taylor is promised by Bob Arum. So, that's going to be good. And look, after Josh Taylor, and I think it's actually very, very, very possible, bro. I think it's very, very possible. The reason why I'm saying that is because Josh Taylor, his performance against Jack Catterwall was horrible, and he knows it. He knows it. He's not going to want to go to 147 to fight Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? He might as well take care of Teofimo Lopez than to get a Terrence Crawford fight. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it might be in the works. because Jack Catterall really beat Josh Taylor. He knows he got out of there by luck, right? So I feel like this might be the fight. This might be it. And Tio's just got to shine again. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you lost, but you came back and got undisputed at 140. I mean, the storyline. You feel me? The storyline is gonna be crazy. But yeah, man, this motherfucker senior, bro. Senior funny as shit. He funny as hell. This man came and spilled all the beans. Hey, T.O. was over there like, nah, don't say that. Don't say that. I ain't trying to tell him because then they gonna try to big themselves up. Like all the Barbosa and all the motherfuckers gonna try to big themselves up, talking shit and all this and that. But I thought it was funny, man. I think T.O. should be good at 140, but I definitely want to see the first fight to really tell how T.O. Reacts. If you read Josh Taylor's IG, he stated his days at 140 are numbered, which means Aaron might make him wait to see what happens with T.O. Yeah, I didn't peep it. I didn't peep it at all. I will have to go. I will have to go and look at that for sure. But damn, so he's saying that his days are numbered. Maybe one more fight. Damn, I don't know, bro. I don't know how Josh Taylor's gonna do at 147. I mean, I don't know. He might do good at 147. I just don't think he could beat like Terrence Crawford if he was to fight Terrence Crawford or anything like that. I think he'd get dogged, bro. Because from what we saw from with Jack Catterall, even though this was the only time of vulnerability we've seen from Josh Taylor's, not saying like, oh man, he's always been like that and he was never a champ of this and that. No, Josh Taylor, bro. Josh Taylor is a very credible um, opponent for anybody. You know what I'm saying? A guy that he's the man at 140. You know, and there's no question, if ands or but about it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, this the only time we seen vulnerability from him was against Jack Catterall, where I feel like Jack Catterall won that fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. And I'm excited to see more of Jack Catterall, man, because he's a good fighter. He's definitely a good fighter. I thought, everybody, I mean, everybody thought this dude was going to be, not the greatest opponent, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely came out and showed out, you know what I'm saying? And that's another name at 140 that I definitely want to see. Both T.O. and Taylor now need each other. Taylor needs to beat T.O. to raise his stock after Saturday, and T.O. needs him to get back on top. Yup. And the storyline, bro. Just think about the storyline. Oh my God, this is gonna be crazy. I'm excited. I'm here for it, man. I'm definitely here for it. T.O. come back. I mean, hopefully he gets back, man, and hopefully he gets back. And it looks like he's in a better mental state. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just had that setback, man. And like everybody in this world, everybody's got a setback. Is the real thing is, can you come back? And that's what we need to see, man. Just come back, get better. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But I'm about to. Uh, but yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you want to be notified. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at P4P Boxing Real News. If y'all need some sports picks, hit me up. We've been winning, and that's all we've been trying to do is win. We trying to get to 100. We trying to do $100 every day in winnings in sports betting. So you know what I'm saying. We getting it though, man. Every 2 days, you know what I'm saying. We getting over $100 in sports betting. So we still getting there. But we winning though, man. You know, we on top. We only playing with house money. We ain't playing with our money, and that's the greatest thing about when you sports bet. But T.O. needs to focus on getting healthy and laser in on Barboza and not talk about no one else. Yup. Come in, bruh. I ain't got no motherfucking conversation for none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Come in like tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to beat the living shit out of Barboza. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, definitely get healthy, man. I feel like now that he's moving up to 140, he should be healthier. You know what I'm saying? 6 years, 7 years at 135 was not a good move, was not the move at all. But it is what it is, man. You live and you learn. You know, you live and you learn for sure. And hopefully you come back from that. But like, comment, share, man. Subscribe, hit that bell notification if you want to be notified. Peace.